This is a landscape designed by Dean Mangle for a site in Queensland in Northern Australia. And he's already produced a layout sheet, typical sheet with a title block down in the corner there. That's an A1 sheet. I can work that out by going Layouts Manager, and it tells me A1 sheet there. I've created one called A3 Planting Plan, and I've just deleted it, so I'm going to make another one. Let's imagine that we wanted to show the whole plan, just the planting plan, on an A3 sheet, smaller than this A1. So we'll format, layout, and we'll say new, and we'll pick A3, and we'll choose landscape, and we'll OK it. So now layout 2 is now on us. We can look at layout 2, and you'll notice there's a border. There's also the grid is on. And that happens whenever you make a new layout to try and help you lay things out and sit on an electronic grid. But if you look over here in the General tab, the layer that it's on, if I select the floating viewport, it's on a layer called def points. Now, very often if you import a drawing from the AutoCAD environment, they'll have a layer called def points. Let's look at the layers here. Def point is very often set as a non-printing layer. So if I went to print this, it would print a complete white sheet. We'll bring in a block. There's a block here called title. We'll insert it into this drawing, and where is it? It's not appropriately sized by the look of it. It must be in there somewhere. I'll right click and zoom extents. Oh, there it is. So it's much bigger than the sheet. So I need to scale it down, at least by a factor of 10. So I'll type 0.1. Then I'll move that title block up here. I'll unselect. I'll zoom extents. Now I need to bring that down. I think I probably need to scale again by 0.1. And finally, we can move that title block into position, zoom extents. The title block needs to come down at least by another 50%, so it's scale again. Whoops. Do I want to save it and continue? I'll say yes. So we're going to scale this down. It's selected. Let's select it again, and right click and scale 0.5. Now we finally can move it into position. What will happen now will be that neither the border nor the contents will print, because they're both on a non-printing layer, and so is this title block on that very same layer. So I'm going to put it back to layer 0. Now what I'm going to try and do is print to a PDF writer, and then we'll look at the resultant PDF plot. So File and Print. I'll change to the Qt PDF writer, the one we recommend, and I'll go to Properties and pick for paper. I'll pick A3. Here it is, and I'll OK. So now we should be able to print that on the A3. And what I suspect will happen, we will get the title block, but nothing on the rest of the sheet. And the reason for this little movie is we've had a user send us a drawing where, even though he can see the layout sheet on the screen, nothing happens. So let's save it on our desktop as LightCAD drawing. The LCD normal file format for gCADPlus comes from a tool called LightCAD, and that's why it's called LightCAD. Here it is, LightCAD drawing. We could call it anything you like. Now there's just the title block information, nothing in here. So let's close it and quickly go back to our drawing and to layout 2. All we need to do is put that on some other layer that prints, or go to our layer stack and say, no, def points is now a printing layer. But I'd recommend you keep it that, because AutoCAD users all use def points for anything on a non-printing layer. They might have notes about the developing design, or all sorts of useful things can be put on the def points layer. So we'll OK that, and what we'll do is move that back onto layer 0, and then we'll quickly print again. Maybe what we will do is make the colour of the border colour 255, in other words, white on a white background. And now we'll generate our print, and away we go again. And if I go back to the model, don't need to, I can click Save, overwrite the existing one, go back to our desktop and load our PDF viewer, and there's our drawing. So we can dive in here and zoom in as much as we like, and we get a very nice crisp images of the design. So I hope that helps. Be very wary of non-printing layers.